Hi there traders and welcome to the daily recap show for today, which is Monday the 25th of April. So we'll start with the FTSE. We said there'd been further weakness in the markets overnight and there was potential for an inventory correction back towards 75.19 to 75.25. However, we said if acceptance below 74.17 to 24 could open up further downside, we had support at 73.81 to 88 with the main support today at 73.25 to 35. So let's go and have a look at the FTSE today. So as you can see from the FTSE, we actually got the acceptance below that 74.17 to 74.24 zone in the pre-market session. So we never actually even saw that inventory correction. We then saw the move down into this 81 to 73.81 to 88 zone at the open, and you can see we actually, so we initially took the liquidity at the open there from the overnight lows. And we tried to push up and failed. If this had been a nice false break pattern, that was potentially one to get long, but this towel on that and the risk reward would not have made any sense on that. However, we then got a push down, and notice on this candle here, we actually grabbed the liquidity of the previous push down, and then we got an entry back above that zone. So this was actually a valid signal from that support zone to go long. We were bearish below this 74.17 to 24 zone. We said that we would open up further downside. So you still had a nice risk to reward trade here, and then we actually got a really nice reversal for a sell signal from that zone, which was a key area in the market. It was support, and now it had turned resistance. And that was the catalyst for this push down here, down towards this main support zone. We actually front ran that 73.25 to 35 support zone, but there was still plenty of room if you had got short to manage your trade and book your profits there to make a nice return on your trades. There was actually also a nice continuation pattern here where it came off the moving averages and closed back below that key zone as well. We then got the retracement back up into this zone, and we gained the acceptance back above that 73.81 to 88 zone. And as you can see, we have now used this 74.17 to 24 zone as resistance again. First of all, it would have been better if we'd been able to grab the liquidity from this swing high here, from the initial push up on the cash open this morning, but we didn't quite get that. That would have been a textbook setup. However, you can see this has quite nicely used this zone as resistance there and there. So I hope you found this useful. Now let's go and have a look at the DAX. So on the DAX, we spoke about that further weakness as well, and we said initial resistance came in today at 13,965 to 990. And if we held that resistance and we saw a sustained break below 13,885 to 905, we could see further downside today with the main support way down at 13,580 to 610. We said if we saw an inventory correction, we could see moves higher towards aggressive resistance at 14,025 to 045, or the main resistance today at 14,130 to 155. So now let's go and have a look at the DAX. Okay, so on the DAX this morning, you can see we had this push down below that 885 to 905 zone, but we couldn't get the sustained break, and we broke back above, and then it was actually a little bit choppy. We had a couple of moves down below this zone here and here, but we never got any sort of sustained momentum below there. This actually now looks like this zone should be a little bit lower, so we'll probably adjust that for tomorrow. But notice that when we got when we held that zone and we got this push up here, we then moved up into that aggressive resistance zone at 14,025 to 045, where we did see a reversal from there. So the DAX has been a lot more choppy today than the FTSE. I think this zone here probably will need to be a little bit lower. We never got any acceptance below there to see that that bigger move down to the really key support zone at 13,580 to 610. And the rest of the action had been fairly choppy as well. So we'll reassess this tomorrow. The FTSE, the key zones worked extremely well today. And set up quite a good few trading opportunities. The DAX not so much, but even though the price action was a lot more choppy on the DAX, there wasn't really any setups either to get us into trouble. So we'll have to see what happens in the DAX and the FTSE overnight. We'll see what happens in the US session, and again we'll provide the key zones to be aware of for tomorrow's session. So I hope you found this useful, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Cheers.